Hey everybody, good morning. It's Uniquelyrobins. I'm Robin, and we're going to start on our junk mail journal today and have a bunch of envelopes that I got in my junk mail. Used to hate junk mail, now I kind of look forward to getting it. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm trying to knock you over here. Sorry about that. Dropped one on the floor. Okay, I have several different sizes, all the way from the small ones here, all the way up to this giant one. This one I get from Salesian Missions. It's a charity organization I send money to, and they usually send me, I think a calendar came in this. They usually send me a calendar every month. So I saved that envelope. Then I have all different sizes in between. And I have a couple of these just, I don't know if I can get them out of there, sale ad things. And these are like a cardboard, and they are really nice for tags. I use these for tags. Some of them are a little thicker than others, but once you get your paper on the front and the back of it, it makes for a really sturdy tag. So we'll put those aside because we'll need to make some tags. Today we're going to start with just putting it together. And I have some that have the holes in them and some that don't. And it doesn't matter. If you have some that don't have holes and you want to make a little window, we'll make some. Say they're easy to make. If you don't have holes in them, or you do have holes in them, and you don't want it to be a window, you just cover it up. No big deal. I have one here I know somewhere that has a window. Let's see if I can separate these out so I can see what I do have. Window, no window, no window. Oh, I have a couple windows. This one. It has a window in it, but it doesn't have the plastic inside it. But I save my papers that my stickers, or not papers, but the plastic that my stickers come on, I save those so you can use that as a window in there if you want to put a window in it. Or you can just put a scrap piece of paper on the back of it, glue it to the back of it to cover it up, so when you glue your paper on top that you don't glue your pocket together if you want it as a pocket. And if you don't want it as a pocket, that's not a big deal if you close it up. That has no window. That's a bigger envelope. That's smaller. That's about the same size. Okay. So I've got my envelopes sorted out. And I know for sure this big one I'm going to use as my cover. Which is going to be the cover to my journal. So it'll be about that size once we're done. And we'll see. Let me fold this down and I'll measure it for you. I'd originally saved this because I like that little angel girl in there. I was going to cut her out, but it's kind of a greeny tone, so I'm not real wild about that. So we're just going to use it for our journal. And I like that size. And this is almost 6 inches wide and probably about 5 3/4 wide, and this is 9 inches long. So that'll make a nice size journal for someone. So there's our cover, and we just need to decide, do we want to make this have pockets? We can put pockets up here where this is at. We can cut this off, or glue it down and just cut it open and make our pockets up there. That's probably what I would do, is glue it down and then cut it open. That way you have the strength up there. Or we can cut just barely down the sides and make our pockets on the sides. So I'm thinking that, which do I want? I'm thinking I want a corner pocket on my front, so I think I'm going to make this a top pocket and this one a side pocket, just because I can. So first I'm going to do is glue this down. where I opened it. I find myself being very, very careful when I open mail anymore so I can keep the envelopes. Grab a napkin here. Nope, got two. Take two, they're small. Okay. We're not going to start covering yet today. I know a couple of people, one wants to get her paper in so she can follow along, and she should get it today, so maybe tomorrow we'll do that. And I know somebody is looking for theirs. They have it, that pad already, they're just looking for it, so we'll give her a little time to see if she can find it. I know how that is when you move your craft room and you can't find anything. I moved mine about a month ago and I still have stuff that I know I have, but I can't find it. It doesn't matter that I have some Christmas boxes in my way in here right at the moment until I get stuff boxed up and put back up in the attic. Okay, so I had decided I want this side to be a pocket on the front. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the slightest bit off of the top, just a smidge, so we have our pocket there. I need to come down just a little further, closer to the, there we go, to the fold. Okay, and I am going to put a little thumb pull up there so that, come on, it reminds us that that is a pocket. And I don't want the front, just the inside. And I want this just on the inside, not the front. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball the middle, which I probably shouldn't do because every time I hang pictures on the wall, I get them crooked. My eyeballs must be crooked. Okay, so then we have our pocket up here. I noticed this little corner is wanting to fly up, so let me glue that down real fast here. I didn't get my glue up quite far enough there. There we go. Okay, and then on the back, I think I want my pocket on this side. So I'm just going to cut just a smidge. You don't want much, just enough that you're going to open that envelope up. There we go. So then, get these little scraps in the trash there. So then we have our pocket here, and I am going to put a thumb hole in the middle, I am hoping. There. One of these days I'll buy me a hole punch, one of the round punches, but those are alright. I actually like to get one of them oval ones because then they make a little bit bigger ones, but this is what I got. It'll do for now. Now I am going to ink around this. I did get some of these brushes from Amazon. These are really nice brushes. And I have a piece of scrap here. And I'm just going to ink around this edge. I like the ink, I like the look of it, but it also makes your thumb pull stand out so people know that it's there. Okay. And once we start putting our paper on, I'll probably put a small piece in there so that it'll cover that white. I could ink it, but I want this to make it stand out, so I'm not going to do that. I'll just put a piece of, I'll cut a piece of our scrapbook paper. I'm sure we'll have scraps. You always have some kind of scraps. And I just need enough to cover that, but I'll probably put it across here. Just so it looks nicer. And do the same thing up here. I'm going to ink all the way around this, so. And you could wait till after you get your paper on to do this if you want. I don't plan on putting my paper all the way to the edge, so we'll be all right. We'll be all right. We'll make it work. Hope everybody's doing well. My thoughts and prayers go out to those of you who were around that explosion in Nashville and also where the fires are burning. I've been praying for you guys too. I hope none of you were hooked up in all that. It's just such a sad thing, isn't it? Alright, let's get this side here. Okay. I'm going to real quickly go around the outside of this too. Just because if I don't, I'm liable to start putting my paper on there and forget. Because I got a memory like a sieve anymore. If I don't write it down, I don't know it. I was trying to make out a grocery list earlier today, and I had thought of something that we needed, and my grandson said, "Grammy, look at this car I built." He was playing a video game, and by the time I turned around to look at it and turned back, I forgot what it was. But it's a good thing I remembered when I saw it in the store. But that's an everyday occurrence for me. Oh, I was forgetting something. I love this vintage ink. It is so pretty, I think. Okay, that's that. Now, this goes this way. So we'll open it. I have a pocket up here and a pocket here. And I'm probably, after I get my paper on, I'm probably going to put a corner pocket or a side this way pocket on this too. And well, maybe the back too, you never know. Alright, now you can do yours, they don't have to be any specific order, any specific size. I know right now we have a junk envelope journal swap, I couldn't think of the name of it, a swap on our Facebook page right now. So some of the girls were wanting to know how you make them, because they haven't done them before. So this will just help them out too. But you can do them any order you want to do your envelopes. You can put them, you know, from biggest to smallest. You can mix and match them. And the fun thing about this is you get to put pockets wherever you want pockets. I think I'm going to put this one next. Probably will mix it up a little bit, but I think I want this one to be my actual first page. So I think I do want it to be a little bit bigger. Just getting the loose off of here, and then I'm going to, that's a big flap up there. Now I need to decide, do I want this to have pockets, or do I just want it to be a page? I think for the very first page, I just want it to be a page. So we are going to glue this down. And it won't matter if I glue up here, which I think I will, because this has a perforated line right down through here, and I don't want it to come apart. So I am going to glue clear up to the fold. And I'm only doing that because I'm not going to put a pocket in this one. If I was going to put a pocket, I wouldn't do that. I would just tear that little strip off of the top of the envelope. But since I'm not putting a pocket, we will glue it down. My bone folder. Okay. I'm going to glue under this flap. I needed to know how far out I needed to come with my glue. Get right up in there. Okay. glue her down. Trying to get to 500 YouTube subscribers before the end of the month, so if anybody would like to help me out, I would really appreciate it. If you know anybody who likes these kind of videos or you think might like them, if you'd let them know about my video, I would highly appreciate that. So I can get this folded straight. And you don't have to fold them directly in the middle. That's the one fun thing about making these, is they're kind of whimsical. So you can, you know, make one side longer than the other if you want. You know, that however you want to make it. I had thought about putting a spine in it, but I think instead of doing that, I'm just going to put some of that Tribeck on here before I put my paper down, and that will make it sturdier in the middle, but I still want this, I want it to be kind of flexible, so like it's a soft cover. So I really didn't want a hard spine, so I think that'll work out best. Okay, so I have that one. Now I'm just rambling on here, aren't I? I think I'm going to put a little one next. Actually thinking about putting 2 little ones next. If it's, I'll try it first and see what it looks like. Yeah, I think that would work. I could have even put this on before the other one. And I think that I'm going to make pockets in the end of these. I think that's a good idea. I'm going to put pockets in all 4 ends. So that means we're going to glue the flap closed, because we're not going to use the top for pockets, just the ends. My grandson got a car game for the PlayStation for Christmas. He got a car one and a fishing one and something else. He's been trying to get me to play the fishing one with him. I keep telling him, I don't know. I'll try, but those things have so many buttons, and I just don't think I'm that coordinated anymore, but I'll try. But him and his grandpa's been playing those. Him and Papa have been playing those games for the last couple of days and just having a blast. I was up here the other day working on something, and I heard my grandson say, "Papa, you ran into me." They were racing, and Papa was telling him, "That's rubbing, and rubbing is racing," and he just thought that was so mean. Papa ran into him. But then he said, "Well, I'm going to do it to you now." Excuse me. Still have a little bit of a cough, and wearing the mask at the grocery store does not help me with my breathing. Okay, so we decided, what did we decide? Ends. Haha. Told you, mine like a sieve. So I'm going to cut just a tiny bit off the ends. And I don't always put the thumb pulls when I make little pockets like this, but I think in this journal I'm going to, for 2 reasons. I like the way it looks, for one, and for 2, whoops. It'll help me remember which side I put the pockets in. Of course, I probably should wait and put those in after I put the paper on. That would probably be a better idea. So I think maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll just take my little pencil. Is a pencil? No, that's a pen. Here's my pencil. And I'm just going to put a little arrow. And that's just for me, because it'll remind me that that's the direction my pockets are going. Did I do this one yet? No, I didn't. Okay. You can use your cutter. You don't have to use scissors. I mean, that's up to you. It's just I was just taking a sliver off, so I thought that'd be all right. And I will either sew down through the middle on my sewing machine, depending on how many pages we put in here, how many envelopes we use, how thick it's going to be, whether I do it on my sewing machine or I may just hand do it in. Which I'm thinking I may hand sew it in because I think I want to put some blank pages on there. Some of these I'm going to cover with the pretty paper, the scrapbook paper, and some of them I'm going to cover with maybe, yeah. I was looking to see if I had any of the right color. I have some cardstock here. It's kind of marbled looking almost. So I think that would look nice on some of them, and that'll give you writing space too, and then we can always just decorate it with something pretty too, but it'll give you more writing space. Trying to look at this paper and see what colors would go. The gray would work, and the green definitely. I don't know about the yellow. But I have some coffee dyed paper too. I might just put some of that in there too. It's hard to tell. But yeah, the green will definitely work. And I think that gray will look okay. So. Come on. Now I don't want to go back in there. Okay. Getting off track here. Jiminy Christmas. Alright, so if we have our first page, then we have these little pouches, or pockets. I think that needs to go down a little bit, not to hinder that. And then I think we'll put another big one. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I think you can't have enough pockets, especially if you want writing space on the pages. If you put pockets like this, then you can put tags and stuff in there, and it saves your page. I'm trying to decide if I want to use this window, because if I want to use the window, I want to turn it this way because I want it to be on the front, not the back. I don't know why, I just do. So I think I'm going to put the pockets at the top on this one. So I'm going to put it together and just take a sliver off of both sides at the same time so they'll be even. Okay, I'm going to glue this bottom part down because we won't need that. Dogs are going crazy out there today. Well, we got our sink fixed. My husband finally found the clog. Some little children. There's some cotton balls in the sink, evidently. And that's what was clogging us up. So I finally got my kitchen back in shape and all my dishes done. And I hated having to wait to do them because, one, I have a hard time sleeping if I have dirty dishes in the kitchen. I don't know why. It's just a quirk of mine. And for two, when you have baked beans... Sorry. When you have baked beans or stuff like that, and you can't wash it out right away, I was sitting there trying to think of how could I take them in the bathroom and wash them in the tub or something to get them clean. It was driving me nuts. But we finally got it. Got everything washed and put away. But baked beans are really hard to get off if you set overnight. And I thought I had gotten all of them rinsed off or soaking in water that had baked beans, but I missed one, so it was a real pain. Alright, so now we have our pockets at the top. So let me mark my pockets at the top. And you don't have to do this, like I said. This is just for me because I have a memory like a sieve. Okay, so we have that page. And let's do this one. Or do I want to use this envelope? Oh, here I'm thinking, do I want to use this envelope because it's running, the ink is running because it got wet evidently. I'm going to cover it with paper. What makes the difference? Nothing. And any of you that are on my YouTube group, my Facebook group, I will be trying to tally the contest numbers tonight so you'll know where you stand. Now let's see, we did up on the top on this one. Let's not put a pocket in this one. Man, I apologize so much. I haven't figured this YouTube out completely yet, and I'm not sure how to record and pause. I do apologize for coughing. I really, really do. But I don't want to have to start the video all over because then you'll miss what I've done so far. It just feels like I have had something stuck in my throat. Frog in there or something. Okay, so then we got that one. Let's see how maybe if I can get them to fold. Oh yeah, we can put plenty more in. I'm thinking that in some part of this, I'm going to put some just plain like tea-dyed paper to have some actual just pages in it also, because you can add to it. I'm not looking at it right now. It's on my phone. Or the computer, but I'm trying to help those that are doing the swap too, and I'm trying to remember how many envelopes you had to use, a certain amount of envelopes, and I'm trying to remember how many you had to use, and for some reason I can't remember right this second. Let me grab some paper. I don't want to use the stark white, but I do have this parchment paper, and I think we will put some of those in because I think it'll look all right. We'll probably have to cut this down. Well, maybe not. No, I think we will have to cut it down. Now, even though these are envelopes, if you want to, you can round the corners of your envelopes. Just round them off and then glue them back down. You know, where you cut them, you want to glue that little section on the end back down. Let's put these here. Or do I want it before though? No. Yeah, I think I want it before these. Okay. And then those. And then maybe we'll put a few more. Let me set those right there. I got 3 there. Just so we have some actual pages for them to write on too, because I want it to be a journal that they can actually really use a lot. Of course, just the envelopes ones you can use too. I just thought it would be nice to put those in. Now I do want to use this window. So when I put a tag in from the top, you can see it through the window. And I will probably put a piece of the pretty paper behind it too, so that when your tag isn't in there, it still looks pretty. So we'll probably do that too. Yeah, so then we got our openings at the top on that one. I want to say that you have to use 6 envelopes. We have 1 for our cover. We have 2 there. 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's 8. I can't remember for sure, but I think it's 8. And then let's put a little one. And of course, each time you have to figure out, do you want a pocket? And if you do, which end you want your pocket to be on. So we have these 2 at the top. I think I'm going to make these have pockets and have them on the sides. Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll work nice. And I know it doesn't look like a whole lot right now. But once you get your paper started on there, it's going to start looking fabulous. I think I heard my grandson ask my husband if he was going to go out with him tonight and whittle. He said last time he was here, last weekend, that he wanted to whittle. So my husband went out before Christmas and bought him an old-timer little pocket knife. It come with another knife in the sleeve for Christmas, so they could whittle together. So I'm kind of glad to hear that whittling is not a thing of the past, but he knows he can't do it without supervision. I told him when he opened the present. Now this comes with rules. So I let him open it, and I told him the rules. Okay, so these are on the side. But when they go out to whittle, I've got to get a picture of it. Okay, got that one. Now, I think we have like 6 pages of paper, and I'm thinking here, under this one, I want to put a few more pages. So I'm definitely going to have to hand sew this in because it's going to be too thick. This parchment paper, I have sewn it on my sewing machine when it didn't have like a whole lot of pages. I tried it and it worked, but it was very slow going, and I was really afraid I was going to break my needle. So I will hand sew this together when we get to that part. All right. And I think, is it one more we need? Let me move this aside so I can glue this one closed. Get back together there. And this is ripped up here, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue where it's ripped to make sure that it glues down good there. So I don't think we're going to put a pocket in this one. We have a lot of pockets, which nothing wrong with a lot of pockets. But especially because that one's ripped right there, I think we're just going to glue it down. Just going to glue him down. Okay, something felt funny there, but I guess it's all right. Go around this edge. Make sure you get around the edge good. Okay. So this will just be a regular page, so it doesn't matter which way we fold it because we're going to cover it. I'm just going to fold it this way. And that'll be another page. And I think I'm going to put one more in this. Well, one more. Well, am I? Page-wise. I have some small envelopes. I know these are not junk mail envelopes, but are just little small envelopes that I had. And I think I'm going to take a couple of these. Yeah, see, they'll fit on there nice. I'm going to glue them to this page. Since we didn't put a pocket in it, I'm going to glue this on there. Yeah, I think that'll work nice. So we have a little flip out. And these you do want to make sure you put on if you make yours with one of these flip out envelopes. And you can use your junk mail envelopes for this. It doesn't matter. Just this was a smaller envelope and I thought this would fit better. Just make sure that you get it up there good, but not so far that it won't still close up. Is that crooked? Oh, it doesn't look so bad. Okay. Could have got it a little closer, I guess, but... So then we'll have a little flip out on it. We'll have a little flip out pocket, and that'll be like a little secret place for something. But yeah, you can use a regular size envelope. You can use these big envelopes if you have a bigger page, or you can cut them down. See, that'll fit right up on there and give you a nice little flip out pocket. All kinds of stuff you can do with these things. I was playing around with an envelope the other day too, and just to see what else you could do with them, and I came up with, if I can remember how I did it, I think I found one spot. I just cut it across. And what else did I did something to it? What did I folded it up. That's what I did. I folded it up. I don't think I cut it across that high up, but you know, it'll still work. And you glued the backs. I glued the back side. Did I glue it down? Oh, I glued it to a page. We'll just use it in here. Why not? I glued it to a page is what I did. I glued this down to a page. Come on. Work with me here. There. I glued it down to a page like this one. And you can do this on either side. And then I covered it with paper. And I don't want to glue this down yet because I want to cover that back with paper first. But I'll cover this with paper, and then I'll glue this down to make a pocket. And then you have another side pocket too, and I thought that was really cute. So I think we'll just, I know we will because I already glued it down. So that's what we'll do with that one. And you can do it on either side, and you can make this pocket as a small pocket if you want, so you have a bigger tag up here, or a big pocket, you know, however you want to do it. And I did leave this flap open, but what I did do, now I remember, I folded this back. Let me turn this since I've already glued it down there. Oh, don't glue to my paper. I folded it and, well, I didn't fold it. I creased it in half. I don't want to crease it. I just want to hold it there because what I want to do is make both sides of this flap match each other. I'm not explaining things very well today at all, am I? There. Just so they match each other. So it looks like one of those little coin pockets or something like that. But then when we glue this two sides here to make our pocket up here, and then we have this little pocket here, and we can either put one of the little string closures. You can put any kind of closure you want on there. Button would look cute, little tiny buttons on there to close it. And so you have like a little tuck spot in there too. And I thought that was a cool idea. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Let's count our envelopes. I think that's pretty good. Once we get the other papers on there, the cover papers on everything, it's going to be a pretty good chunkiness journal. So that will look nice, I think. So we have 1 envelope, 2 envelopes, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we should be good then. We have 9 envelopes all together. I glued that down. Did you see what I did right there? I glued that down to that flap. Do you know what's good about these junk envelopes? You can just cut it right across there. Especially because we haven't put paper on it yet. That'd be a problem if we put paper on it, but since we haven't, it isn't. So guess what? We got pockets right here. The one I hadn't put pockets in, we will now. And I'm just going to take, stick a little glue under there, a little more glue, so I already glued it. See how easy it is to fix it? Aren't you glad I make mistakes? Okay, I did the same thing to this side. And this, I'm just going to cut along the actual envelope. And guess what? Now we have a flag pocket. Isn't that cool? That is actually kind of cool. See? When you make a mistake, you can fix it for one. And sometimes you just come up with, somebody on our Facebook group the other day said it. Well, what did they say? Happy accidents. That's what it was. So we just made a happy accident. Don't you love it? I just love happy accidents. I'm sure at some point I'll do something that I can't fix. But up to this point, I have made lots and lots of mistakes, but nothing I couldn't fix. Now, it goes this way. Goes this way. So now we'll put us a little pocket. Well, we were going to put a pocket there anyway. Fingers too fat or something. There we go. And then we have a little flag looking pocket on this side. I actually think that's kind of cute. I like it. I like it. All right, so there we go. Now tomorrow we will start covering them and making it pretty. It's going to be really cool when we get done. I know right now it doesn't look like a whole lot, just like a bunch of junk mail envelopes. And you can take your envelopes and, you know, separate them a little bit like that, so it's not so bulky in one spot if you want. It doesn't matter if it is. Either way, whatever you like, it's going to be fabulous. Okay, so I think we can put these back in my drawer of envelopes. Let me get down here. And tomorrow we will start covering. And you guys that are looking for your paper that are waiting for it to come in, if for some reason it doesn't come in, let me know. And what I will do is we'll make the tags and stuff to go in it tomorrow, and then we'll wait one more day, give you a little time to find your paper, because I know you wanted to work along with me a little bit. So that's what we'll do. All right. Hope you guys have a great day. I hope you have a safe day. Things are going good for you after the holidays. Well, they're not over yet. We still have New Year's yet. But show the girls down below some love. Join our Facebook group if you have an inkling to. There's some wonderful, wonderful girls on there. And they are such amazing, amazing, talented artists. And we have a lady, one of our members, who is going to do a basic drawing class for us live on February 6th. So look for her post. That's going to be fun. I can't wait. So, yeah, have a good day. God bless. Bye-bye.